lines. Let's go ahead and check that out. Hey, is this Mike?
Yes, it is. What's up, Tim?
Hey, it's good to talk with you. I'm joined here by Raquel, and you are a part of a really cool band. Tell everybody what the name of the band is.
It's Mike Brindisi and the New York Rock, and Mike Brindisi is my name, but it's a long one. But as long as you remember the New York Rock.
That actually works out perfect. Raquel loves long ones, music titles, that is. And well, so it's great. Glad that you could be a part of it. And I found you out by listening to Howard Stern. I love the show, and I love that it's not local because I love all things that are national. For some reason, I'm a national kind of guy. I'm crazy. And you actually are trying to take your band nationally. So tell everybody how you got to be on the Howard Stern show.
Well, it was a contest, and they basically said, hey, if you want to have your song played live over the air on the Howard Stern show, this contest is for you. And obviously, I jumped at the chance because I'm a big Stern fan, and I got to be on, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I basically sent in a CD, the album Counting Pennies, which is on iTunes or cdbaby.com, and I sent them a letter. And I sent him a little New York Rock coffee mug for Howard. Maybe that put him over the edge. I don't know. But in the letter, they wanted us to list what we would do, for our chance to play live on the air. So I wrote things like, I'd go down to Times Square dressed like the naked cowboy and challenge him. I said I would. I don't know if you listen, but Gary Delabonte, Baba Booey, he threw the first pitch out at the Mets game, and they were talking about that for a long time. It was really horrible. So I said I would let him redeem himself, and I'm from Ithaca, New York. I said you could come and I will let you. I'll let you throw the pitch out at the first Ithaca College baseball game to redeem yourself. So I pretty much. And then and I'm glad I didn't have to do this, but I said I'd be the first heterosexual male to ride the Sibian with no attachments, just the actual vibration.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
And I didn't have to do that.
Wow.
But I think that's really what sold him was the letter was really kind of relevant to the show. So I'd like to believe the song is what got us on there, but I think the letter definitely helped.
Well, yeah, the song is great. And how much feedback after you appeared on Howard Stern did you get?
Oh man, unbelievable! It was instant. We were actually leaving the Stern show, and we were heading back to our hotel. And by the way, they put us up in a really swanky hotel in Times Square, which was kind of nice. And so we're heading back to the hotel, and a buddy of mine called me and says, Stern's playing your song again right now.
Cool.
I said, what? Apparently someone called in and said we sounded like Train, which we don't sound like Train at all. Not that it's a bad thing, but I know we don't sound like that. So so come to find out, Stern played another verse of the song, which got us more airtime. And we got back to the hotel, and then we went over to our friend's house that lives right in Midtown Manhattan, and we stayed at her apartment for the remainder of the day till our gig that night. We played a show in the city, and the emails were pouring in from people anywhere from North Carolina to San Diego to Toronto to Vegas, just like, loved you, you should have won. We were the runner-up, and bought your album off iTunes, and come play out here, and then the biggest one was MTV contacted me. I'm in talks with them right now.
Wow.
Possibly my own television show on MTV. So there's a lot going on, and it was definitely maximum exposure for sure. And for an independent band, when you're not signed to a label, it's really up to you to be your own label. And what the labels will do is they'll tell you, hey kid, come sign with me, I'll make you a star. And they'll tell you, hey, sign with me because I'll get you on the Howard Stern show, I'll get you on the Tonight Show. Well, if you're an independent band and you can be yourself on a national show like that, and on the Timmy D show, of course.
Hey, there you go.
Then you're doing really well because nobody's dipping into your pot. You're making all the money and you're getting all the exposure on your own. So it's definitely huge.
Well, that's a great point. And I guess where you're at right now with this level of fame, would you classify yourself as not making it yet, have making it, or the door's about to be open? Are you able to?
That's a good question. I mean, it depends on what people think success is. I personally have my goals set very high, so I in my opinion, have not made it yet. Where we're at is, we're a touring band. We have an album out on iTunes. We were just on Stern. We've opened for Gavin DeGraw, Rehab, and Lovesick Radio. We've opened for National Acts. I've been doing this a long time. So I would say God, I don't know. I guess I'm on track. I'm almost there. The doors are opening, and it's just a matter of time now. You won't meet a very much more driven person than I am. I'm very driven, very ambitious, and I know I'll get there. I guess my main goal, I'll know I made it. I always said this. I know I made it when obviously I'm selling out, stadiums, and my dream is to host Saturday Night Live. So when I host Saturday Night Live, I know it kind of sounds ridiculous right now, but it sounds vain. But that's my goal. If I host Saturday Night Live and I'm selling millions of records, then I made it. So
and that's a great goal to try and strive for, I think, and I think you're definitely on your way. When you're at this level right now, what do you do? Because everyone obviously isn't born into money, and obviously it takes a little while to get the success going. What do people like in bands that are starting out, maybe as yourself or people that you know, what do they do, I guess, to support themselves, pay for the bills in the meantime?
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I've done a really good job over the years of taking jobs that allow me to go on the road for weeks or months at a time. And I know it sounds hard, especially now with the economy the way it is. But, basically I bartend. I would bartend, and that's, I'm lucky enough to work for guys that know, hey, Mikey, we're behind you, man. I have a whole community and a whole, bar full of people that are behind me. It's like watching, what the hell's that movie with Mark Wahlberg there, where he worked in some crappy bar and then he went and played for the Eagles. It feels like that, you work in some crappy bar and you got the whole town behind you. And, I'm lucky enough to work for guys that are like, hey, you need to go on the road for a week, a month, a year, you'll have this job if it doesn't work out when you come back. So I'm lucky in that sense. So it's really important to make your dream and your music career, your acting career, whatever it may be, it's got to be number one, and you gotta find a job that's willing to let that job be number two. So, and that's what I've done.
That's excellent. That's a great point. We're actually showing clips of the video right now, and coming up later in the episode at the end, we're going to show the whole video in its entirety. What was it like putting that video together? It's kind of cool. Like, are there little snippets from different concerts that you've done?
Yeah. Well, basically, our former drummer, he carried a camera around with him everywhere we went, which was great for me because I don't know if you read into my bio. If you go on my website, thenewyorkrockonline.com or myspace.com/thenewyorkrock, you'll see my bio. It's we don't have time. I don't want to babble too much, but I've had experience in acting and stand-up comedy and music. I've done a lot of stuff in the last in all the years of my life so far. So basically. It was awesome to have a camera with me because I got to portray, I got to be funny and I got to be myself, and you got to see really what we were going through on the road. The classic van breaking down, playing for 5 people, and then you got clips of us playing for 4,000 people at the IndyCar race with Gavin DeGraw. So it's just a really good. I think the video is just a really good example of just what a rock band goes through from the ground up. It shows our personalities off stage, and it shows our professionalism on stage, and it's just a really good look at Mike Brindisi and the New York Rock, and what we've done and where we're headed.
Wow, that's great. And I can't believe I almost didn't ask this a question. This has got to be almost the most important question. After watching your video, my girlfriend commented that she thought you were pretty hot, so now I'm a little jealous.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, I erased my last answer. I think I've made it now.
Well, that brings me to my question. What is it like now? Are women all over? And man, what is it like to be with like a woman of your choice?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, in this, being in a rock band, let's just say this: you're fortunate enough to have ladies around all the time. So, I mean, there's always women, and it's a nice thing. But I don't know if it's changed much. I mean, it's definitely, the Howard Stern thing definitely bumped things up a bit. But for the most part, being in a rock band, man, there's always a steady flow of good-looking looking women. That's not a problem, that's for sure.
Hey, I love it. On that note, we'll end things. We appreciate it, Mike, so much. Great success. We wish you so much luck in the future, and thanks so much for being a part of it. We look forward to checking out your video at the end of the episode, and we'll definitely stay in touch with you.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad to be a part of the show. I love it. I watched some clips on YouTube, and I wish I was in Raleigh to catch it more often. But I'll tell you what, we're going to be, we're trying to book a full tour now, and plus with this MTV thing, I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure we'll be going through North Carolina, so I'll be in touch, and maybe we'll come down and come on the show if you'll have us, and we'd love to do that.
Absolutely, and then you can come steal my girlfriend too. So on top of all that.
Hey, I'll be here.
Yeah, that's.
I'll be here.
Yeah, hey, that's great, man. We appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.